Obviously, as I said downstairs on the radio, give a lot of credit to Nebraska. I thought they played with a lot of aggressiveness. Thought they played with toughness. I thought the two guards were a handful. Gallegos and Talley made big shots, made plays for them. I thought they played really well. This league's unbelievable. I mean, I said yesterday, I think at the press conference, each game's independent of the other, and you can't look at other things, whether it's standings or scores or what happened the last time you played them, or it's an entity in itself. At the end of the day, proud of our guys because I thought they showed a ton of poise late in the game. Thought we made some toughness plays. I thought we got some stops when we needed them. Thought we got contributions from that group that really played there at the end. I felt really good about they were really connected and playing well together. And I thought they did a good job of that at both ends of the floor. I thought that Myke maybe played his best game this season, certainly as an Illini, when you consider the defensive end, his rebounding, plus scoring. I thought Tracy made a big play there with the drive. Brandon made a big shot at the end of the shot clock. DJ made a big shot underneath out of bounds. Griffey made a big three in front of our bench there on the left side. We kept making enough plays, and I've always said that seniors die hard, and I thought our seniors today did a great job and really proud of those guys. And obviously we got some work to do. We'll take a look at it and figure out how we can try to get a few more stops. We didn't have a whole lot of answers there for about 30 minutes for the two guards, but we'll try to figure that out heading into Tuesday's game at Iowa City. Questions for the players?
What does it mean to leave the Assembly Hall with a win and a rebound season like you're having?
It means the world to me. I think the rest of the seniors, as well as the rest of the team. It's obviously good to go out with a win, and it was an emotional night for us. And like Coach said, Nebraska played extremely well. We knew that coming in, that it wasn't just going to be a gimme game. Like I've said throughout the whole season, no games in the Big Ten is a gimme game. So, we found a way to tough it out at the end, and it means a lot to me to be able to play my last game at the Assembly Hall and end on a win.
What were you thinking about when you were crouched at midcourt, just kind of tearing up?
Say it again?
What were you thinking about when you were crouched at midcourt, kind of tearing up after the game?
I was just thinking, it went by fast. And it's just, I was more happy, emotional, just to be able to get a win at the end of the day. And, all the fans cheering for us. We have the greatest fans. And, I appreciate the way our team played at the end, especially Myke Henry. If he didn't play the way he played, we probably wouldn't have had that sort of outcome. So, guys stepped up and made plays, and it just shows the character this team has.
Brandon, what are you going to miss most about this place?
Just being able to compete in front of my family, my friends. I have a lot of my closest friends down here that I've known since I was a little kid, and the fans as well. It's just, I was looking around, things were going well for us down the stretch a little bit, and I was just looking around the crowd, and everyone's cheering. There's orange everywhere, and that's definitely, I'm going to miss that a lot.
Myke, what was the difference tonight for you? Just getting the flow a little bit, or what?
I mean, I was just going.
I'm anxious to hear this.
I mean, really, Ford always messed with me before the game, so that usually has an effect on me, really.
I think Coach put you in at one point for your defense and your rebounding. Has that been an extra focus for you?
Yeah, that's really one of my weaknesses, really, coming in as a freshman, because I wasn't really a defensive player. But as
he's progressed.
Yeah, as I progressed, defense. I figured out that defense is a part of the game. So.
For a while, can you just talk about his performance tonight and kind of walking him mature a little bit?
I know he got it in him all the time. I'm pretty confident with most of our teammates, and Myke definitely came up big. Obviously, I just think he was out there. He wanted to win. We all wanted to win. We wanted to do it for the seniors, and he gave it his all.
What was it meant to play with these guys, the senior class, and what they meant to you and the rest of the guys?
It's been great playing with those guys. I've been with those guys for 2 years. Ups and downs, I definitely learned a lot from those guys, from Brandon to DJ, because being that we are guards, just learning and taking advantage of the opportunity that we have as a team and as players. So those guys has definitely helped me out, and I definitely appreciated playing with them.
Brandon, how important is it just to know how to grind out games like this at this time of year, like Penn State and this game tonight?
It's important because every game's different, and as we go down the stretch, You know, especially, you know, we have 2 more games left in the regular season. You don't know who we're really going to play in the Big Ten season or tournament. You just got to be ready to play. And, you know, if we don't, I think throughout the whole season, we've found ways to grind it out at the end. You know, we've been down deficits and came back. And I think once we start getting going, you know, guys have confidence in themselves. The coach has confidence in us. And, you know, they never let anybody be, you know, we talk a lot about energy vampire. You don't want to suck any energy out of anything. So we've definitely been blessed to have the coaching staff just be honest at all times and make sure we stay focused.
Tracy and Brandon, did you see any signs of fatigue in Gallegos and Talley coming down at the end of the game as they played all 40 minutes?
We was pretty much just focused on what we needed to do to stop those guys. Obviously, they was going tonight, and we came together. You know, we gotta dig in deep and found ways to make plays at the end of the game.
Tracy, you stepped up the line there and hit 6 straight free throws to finish the game. Really confident there from the line. Talk about that a little bit.
We shoot tons of free throws every day, and more repetition, the better you get with it. So just being comfortable and confident at the line.
Tracy or Brandon, what did it mean for the final few seconds to have all 5 of you guys that were recognized today pregame to be on the floor at the same time? Or, I mean, except for Tyler, I guess.
We tried. Tried to sub him in.
It was, yeah, we tried. I don't really know. It was, coach was trying to get Tyler back in. I was like, Tyler, get back on. He's like, I'm not in. And then I don't know what's going on with that. But, no, it was worth a shot. But, I mean, it means a lot to us. You know, just I think the most important thing is we went out with a win. So, and I think it's a good thing for us moving forward. We got 2 more games left, and we got to start focusing on those.
It looked like the emotion came out at the end of the game for the seniors. Who was most emotional out of the seniors?
I don't know. I was under my shirt crying.
Those guys was pretty emotional. That's all I can say.
Anything else for the players? Okay, we'll let them go.
Okay. Questions? Shannon. Well, I think the biggest thing with Myke is if he plays with motor, Shannon, he's really good. You know, him and, which is what he was alluding to, Coach Ford have a unique relationship, and he's really done a good job with Myke. They know each other well, and I think Dustin does a good job of working with Myke and has kept him really engaged. I felt like Myke has continued to get better all year, Shannon, but tonight he kind of put it together. We needed him to, you know, because Sam was banged up there. So we needed him today to play the way he played, or like Brandon said, we probably don't find a way to grind it out. We needed Myke Henry to make some plays, and I thought he did a great job of that.
Has he been doing better in practice lately?
He's been playing well. He's been getting better. Yeah, he has. I think all those guys have gotten, you know, better. You know, we try to take a lot of pride in that. Our assistant coaches do an unbelievable job. Those guys work their tails off with those guys. Yeah. You know, the thing that you forget is we had, I want to say 30-plus practices maybe in the fall prior to the game 1, and Myke Henry was the leading rebounder on the entire team. So you know he's capable. And today I thought he tried to really impact the game on that end of the floor and got back to doing that, and obviously did it at a high rate.
Talk about Sam, what happened with him and how challenging.
You know, I don't know at this point. I'm waiting to get some feedback on that. I know that Sam is a tough kid, and if he could have he tried to go there in the second half and just he couldn't go. Turned his ankle. You know, how bad is that? Don't know. We'll find out. You know, we've got phenomenal doctors here at the University of Illinois and a big-time trainer. So, you know, those guys will diagnose it, and I'll get more of a read on that here here shortly.
People in Illini Nation, you know they're going to be fretting because you had a closer than expected game, but how much do you take of the positive of grinding it out?
Well, I think every game's different, Herb. I said that earlier. I mean, you know, Sam's hurt. The 2 guards for Nebraska are rolling. I thought they made some difficult shots. I thought we didn't do a great job of finding them early and let them get going where they felt really good. And then they made some really difficult shots after that, and they did a good job executing. Each game's different. You know, each game's different, completely different. So I'll take a look at it for face value, you know, tomorrow morning early and take a look at it and see, you know, what areas we need to get better. I do know that we were really poised and we made some big plays late in the game, and sometimes you have to do that and you have to find a way, especially this time of year. You know, style points are out in late February and March.
Do you think the players have gotten better at understanding that concept as well?
Yeah, I do, Shannon. They just really, you could see a couple of guys, they look back to the bench and they know my signal to just stay right there. Don't get, you know, okay, something didn't go our way. You know, Brandon used the phrase, John Gordon, who I think is an extraordinary author, wrote the book, The Energy Bus. So we talk about that a lot. We don't want energy vampires around our organization and team. And so guys have really bought into that. And, you know, I thought we did a pretty good job at keeping our heads up and just kind of keeping them above water and just kept playing and grinding and found a way.
What do you do from a coaching standpoint when guys like Gallegos and Talley start going off like that?
Well, you think about, obviously, we did a lot of things that we changed coverages in our man-to-man like 3 or 4 times to try to stymie them or get them out of flow. We went zone there for a couple possessions. I mean, it's interesting because it's tricky. They were on such a roll from such deep range. You know, you get a little nervous. You know, how much zone are you going to play? You know, that those guys were getting it done at a high level. I mean, that they played really well. Those two, their whole team did. You know, I thought they were really active and aggressive, but those two were a load to try to stop.
You talk about the inbound split at DJ for the 3. That was the first option on that play.
Yeah, he made a great cut. Guys did a great job of screening, and we made a good read on the play, and he made a big time shot, Jim.
Coach, with about 4 minutes left, just before you called the timeout, it looked like Tracy was asking for the ball or asking something before your timeout.
Yeah, he was wanting to run a particular play and had a reason for wanting to run it. Yeah, oh sure. Yeah, he's starting to think the game a little bit better than he was certainly early. Starting to understand things more. You know, he had 5 assists in one term, Brandon did, and then what was Tracy today? 1 to 3. I'm not sure he's not going to be real thrilled about that, but I think he's starting to manage the game better and understand things a little bit more. He got going a little bit too fast a couple times, got too deep, got caught, hung up in the air. And he knows, like, you know, you take him out, I got to slow down, you know. He's starting to understand. When you can self-teach, that's when I think you really start to make progress, you know, and I think Tracy's done that.
Coach, why did you decide to bust out the orange blazer for today?
You know, I didn't decide that until last night. I knew that I would kind of know instinctively when I wanted to do it. And, you know, I thought we had we had a lot going on yesterday with the seniors, and I got to spend a lot of time with those guys yesterday. I love being around those guys as well as our team. And, you know, we had the meal last night at my house, and just kind of instinctively felt like that. And today was the 50th anniversary of the building, which obviously there's been a ton of great moments in here. We're really excited about where the building's going. It's just really a special place.
Coach, a lot of people are saying the 8th conference win gets you into the tournament. What does the 8th win mean to you guys as a team?
I just know it's better than being 7 and 9. You know, it's the 8th one. We're going to keep grinding and see if we can keep getting a little bit better. And we got a chance to, opportunity. It's going to be difficult, but we got an opportunity. It's going to be challenging to try to find a way to get to number 9 on Tuesday night. That's kind of been our focus the whole time. And I know that's not maybe, what you want to hear, but that's kind of what we've done.
Between the whole 50th anniversary celebration and senior day and everything, there were a lot of emotional highs. Did you prepare the guys for that coming
I tried. It's a great question. I mean, we had, a lot of things that were awesome. They were great. I mean, the guys did a great job yesterday at the Rebounders Luncheon. They were terrific. We had a dinner last night. We had a meal at my house. There was a couple things on campus during the week. Student athletes go, and then they got class, and then you're trying to get them rested up physically and mentally. Yeah, but that's part of college. Those things are all great things. But to answer your question, you worry about trying to get them back to center field and like, hey, there is a game today at 4:15. I thought that because we have a older group that we would be able to be mature and handle that. I thought we did a good job of staying even keel. Obviously, we didn't get off to the start we wanted defensively, but those 2 guards had a lot to do with that.
You didn't cook for them, did you?
I'm sorry?
Did you do the cooking?
No. Yeah, my wife didn't do much last night either because she had a speaking engagement as well here in the community, and so we ended up catering in the meal. I always tease the guys. I tell them I spent hours making this, but we catered it in. Anything else? Thanks.